Hey folks, this is Steve from the semisolidradio team. Today we're here to launch a new version of the content creation guide. There are several reasons that led us to redoing the guide. Firstly, the original guide was recorded using the internal microphone of my Mac, so the sound was quite muddy. I've since acquired a studio quality mic, and now you should be able to actually hear what I'm saying. Secondly, we've decided to split the guide into 3 parts. As we're continually adding new functionality to the site, it means we'll only need to redo one of the parts when something changes, and indeed, something has changed. We've recently introduced the concept of a private album. Suppose you have some new demo tracks that you want your mates to listen to, or you want to build a show reel of your best stuff for a producer. Instead of creating a publicly visible album to hold the tracks like you normally do on the site, you create a private key of your own choosing, which forms part of the link to the new album, and you share this link only with the people you want to listen to your songs. This way, your songs don't get out into the wild before you're ready to release them, unless you explicitly make them downloadable. They stay under your control. We think this is a very nice tool for artists to have at their disposal, which is probably not available anywhere else on the web in such a simple form. So, this first part of the guide will show you how to join the site if you haven't already done so, and will demonstrate how to upload your content to the site. In the second part, we'll create an artist profile and wrap the songs you uploaded with track information. In the third and final part, we'll put the tracks onto an album so your content is ready to be loaded into the semi-solid player, and we'll also show you how to make a private album or show reel. Okay, so let's join the site. Just got to hit this button here. For demonstration purposes, I'm using songs and pics from a 70s southern rock band called Cowboy. Well, let's make one thing clear before I go any further. Semisolidradio is not intended to be a file sharing site, and we won't tolerate there being any content on the site that you, or the artists you are representing, don't hold the copyright to. So, as soon as I finish this demo, the Cowboy material is coming straight off the site, and that's enough said. Okay, so I just created not too long ago this kind of fake Gmail account for Cowboy, but Cowboy's taken like 30 times over, so I had to go and Cowboy 267 doesn't quite have the same ring to it, so I went for cowboynotreally@gmail.com, and now we have to select a country from the drop-down list. Cowboy, we're from the United States, but I'm not going to scroll all the way down to the bottom for that, just for a demo. So today, Cowboy's an Aussie band, and we need a handle for this site. Then we put in our password, and we verify it to make sure we typed it in the same. And today I'm the PR for Cowboy. I wish. So now we join the site just by clicking on this button. And an email was sent to that email address I set up. So now we go there. Okay, so there's the new activation email. Obviously, we've been here before. Okay, so all we got to do to activate our new account is click on this link. And now we're back on the site, automatically logged in as Cowboy. Let's go back, get a nicer view again. So now we see a button we haven't seen before, My Artist, once you're logged in. And these are the artists that are under your control. So, as you create artists, you could represent like 5 or 6 artists. They'll all be in your portfolio. But now if we click on the button here, we can see no artists found in your portfolio because we haven't created one yet. Okay, so there's a new artist button here, but before we click on that button, let's upload some content, because you can't create a new artist without having, an artist profile pic, the cover art for your album, and a few tracks. So, and of course there are no files in your personal upload folder yet. Surprise, surprise. So let's remedy that. So now we go to the Choose Files dialog. And this opens up a dialog for your hard drive. And, okay, so here's one I made earlier, or, well, Cowboy did. Here's a publicity photo I found. But it's too wide for the site because, well, you can see there's a lot of extra stuff on the edges here. So I cropped it down to something more suitable for the site, and that's the one we're going to upload. I've also got some cover art here for an album, Why Quit When You're Losing. Okay, so this one, that one, and 2 tracks, Please Be With Me, a really, really nice song with the long deceased Dwayne Allman on slide guitar as a guest, and 5 Will Get You 10. Alright, so we've selected 4 files, and let's upload them. You can see a little progress bar down here. And we're done already. So, just one last thing. Date last modified tracks when you last uploaded any of the files. So, like, let's say 6 months from now or something, Cowboy, if they still exist, come up with a better version of 5 Will Get You 10. Well, if you upload the new version of the track, with the exact same file name as the old one, it'll take the place of the old one. And you'll see from the date last modified, like when you last modified it, so you can track that kind of thing. Okay, well, that's about it for this part of the demo. So in the next part of the demo, we're going to actually create the artist profile for Cowboy. And thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you again in a little bit.